Hello, friends. This is Michelle, and I am from Creativity for Kids. I am here with my friend Meredith. She is going to be showing you the sensory bin ice cream shop, which is making me very hungry already. So we are glad you are here with us. If you have a question, just a reminder to put it in the Q&A, and our friend Maria will help you out. Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Hi, all you friends out there. I'm so excited to be here with you. And we're going to be looking at, like Michelle said, our fun new sensory bin, the ice cream shop. So I love ice cream. I would eat ice cream for breakfast every day if I could, but I don't because that's not healthy. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. Here we go. Now, for all of you who do have this kit at home, you might want to grab a pair of scissors just to help open up some of the bags that are inside. And I have mine right here. So this is so cool. This is a reclosable little lid here with a little tab, so you can easily lift it off your tub. And inside we have, looks like some tools. Let's open up the bag and see. Oh, cute. This is a little bowl. And then we have our fun little round ice cream scoop. I'll put that over here. We have a cute little spoon for spooning up ice cream. We have some very fun colored ice cream cones. Our handy dandy instructions. We'll keep these right over here. Ooh, look at all of these big pom-poms. So we have some pom-poms of many different colors and some fun foam bananas. I can't wait to show you what these are for. I'll keep these in the bag for right now because I think we'll be pouring those into our bin in a second. And these are very fun little pastel colored beads. So we'll explain what those, oh, they match my nails. Ooh. Okay. Our cardboard to keep things in place. And then we have 1, 2, 3 colors of sand. So like I said, if you have this kit at home, you can start opening up your bags of sand. You might need a pair of scissors. Well, this is really helpful. If you don't want to use all of the colors of your sand, it looks like you can put the sand back in this bag and reseal it to play at a later date if you want. So this bag, oh, actually this bag has a little bit of a tear thing, so you might not need the scissors. Now, if you don't have this kit at home, all you need to do is get a container that's deep enough to hold all of the things that you want to play with. And with a sensory bin, it's really fun to have lots of different textures of what you put inside the bin. So you might want to put something like sand like this, or you might want to put marbles, or maybe seashells, or it just depends on what kind of theme that you want your sensory bin to have. So for us, we're using this really soft and very moldable sand to put in the base, in the bottom of our bin. So there's our pink. Now we have our yellow.
And friends, just remember, if you're going to create your own sensory bin, just ask a parent before you start putting all the different fun things in, just to be sure that it's safe and that you're allowed to use it.
Right. So fun things like pom-poms or yarn, or yarn would be fun if you want to make a spaghetti sensory bin. That would be fun. So we have our yellow, we have our pink, and finally our blue moldable sand. It's been really easy to open up and add to our bin. Please get back in there, you. Oop. Keeps wanting to not go in the bin. Okay, there we go. There we are. And I've kept the colors separate just because I wanted to kind of explore what all the colors look like before mixing them up. But you can mix them up if you want as well. We'll get to that a little bit later though. So now that you have your sand in your bin, you might want to just take a little time and touch it with your fingers and put your whole hand in there and feel what that feels like. And I can tell you that I feel little itty bitty grits of sand underneath my hand, and it feels kind of cool. And I can push into it and it leaves marks in the sand. So that's really fun. And
Can
if
you
you
make an M for Michael's?
yes, I can make an
Or
M
Meredith.
Michael's, yes. And what I'll use to do that, I think I'll use maybe my pretty pink spoon. So let's see if I can make an M. Maybe I'll use the back of my spoon to make an M. M for Michael's, M for Michelle, M for Maria, M for the sound you make when you're eating ice cream. Mmm. There we go. So you can also, what else can you use to play in your sand? You can use our scoop. Let's see how that works. So if you scoop up some of the sand, it's really similar to scooping up ice cream. And then you have this really fun mark that you just made. You can put your ice cream either in a bowl or in a cone. How would you like your ice cream, Michelle? In a bowl, like a sundae, or in a cone, like an ice cream cone?
Definitely a cone, please.
Oh, there we go. Well, I think I might need to fill it a little bit more before.
The more scoops, the better.
All right, well, we'll add another scoop. We'll go with yellow again. Oh, this works so well. It's just like scooping ice cream. I love it. So we'll push the sand back into the ice cream scoop. And then we'll, ta-da, plop it in so you can kind of see. I don't know if you can see in this angle, but it holds the shape of the scoop really well. All right. We'll put that back and we'll play a little bit more in a bit, but I wanted to take a look at our instructions and see what's recommended in playing with a sensory bin. There's little beads and our pom-poms to get ready to play with those too. So it says, have an adult or older friend gently empty the bags of sensory sand into the bottom of the bin in sections. So we did that. Our bin looks just like this bin. Spread sand out to cover the surface evenly. Open and arrange all the other items into the bin. All right, time to pour in our beads. There we go. I know why these beads are included, because they look like sprinkles. Ooh, look at how fun this looks. Can you imagine this being a bin full of real ice cream? I would love that. So there's our sprinkles. We'll get some yellow ice cream, some lemon ice cream, and some sprinkles. Good enough to eat, but don't really eat it because it's just sand. And then our pom-poms. Yeah. All right.
They look fluffy. Can you tell us like what they feel like?
They feel just like how a bunny tail looks. It's really soft and it kind of makes you want to pet it because it's really soft and fluffy. And it's really nice to hold in your hand and to squish because it comes right back to its original shape. And it's really, really lightweight, even lighter than a marshmallow. So it's really a different feel than the sand. The sand is much more heavy. The pom-poms are much lighter. And all of them, although they're different colors, they all feel the same. Kind of fluffy and light and furry. They're really fun to hold. All right, so what next? It says play, scoop, create, and learn while engaging your senses. Have fun while making and serving pretend ice cream sundaes and cones. And then there's a picture of an actual ice cream sundae that was made with our sensory bin. So maybe we can try and make our own sundae. Let's try. Okay, first what we need for an ice cream sundae would be the, what do you think, Michelle?
The cup?
What do you need first? What's that?
The cup?
We need the bowl, yes.
Yes.
Or an ice cream cup, you are right. So if you don't have this kit at home, you might want to try and find a cup or a bowl or something that can hold your ice cream. The next thing we need is our scoop, because we're going to be scooping our ice cream into our bowl. And the next thing after that we need to do is decide which flavor we want to include. And since these are all colors of sand, they don't really have flavors, so we have to come up with the flavors ourselves.
Can we pretend that the pink is strawberry ice cream?
Oh yeah, I
Yum.
love strawberry ice cream. That's a great idea, Michelle. We'll have the pink be strawberry ice cream. And how about the blue? What do you think? What flavor of ice cream would the blue be? Does anyone out there have any thoughts?
That's a really good question. If you raised your hand, we won't be able to put you off of mute, so go ahead and put your answer in the Q&A. And we have a friend who said pineapple, maybe
Ooh,
for the yellow.
pineapple would be delicious. It's very tropical.
Mhm.
And did anyone have an answer for the blue?
Not yet, but remember, friends, go ahead and put your answer in the Q&A chat.
All right, well,
We've got some blueberry.
Ooh, blueberry. Okay, so we have our 3 flavors of ice cream. We have our pineapple, which is yellow. We have our strawberry, which is pink. And we have our blueberry, which is blue. So I would love to have a strawberry sundae. So I'll move some of our pom-poms out of the way. And we'll put a scoop of strawberry in there. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I kind of want to make it into the shape of a strawberry or of a scoop of ice cream. So you just have to push it down into your scoop if you want it to keep that shape. And then we'll pop it right into our bowl. Look at that. It looks like a perfect scoop of ice cream. So now that we have a scoop of strawberry, maybe we add more strawberry, but instead of using our ice cream, maybe we use our pom-pom to represent a second scoop of strawberry. And we make it pink so it matches the flavor. Or maybe not. Maybe this light pink pom-pom is cotton candy ice cream. So we have strawberry ice cream topped with cotton candy ice cream.
Should we top it with a marshmallow?
Ooh, we'll do that. And then we'll put a marshmallow on top of that. And what do you think? Some sprinkles?
Absolutely.
We need sprinkles. We'll put the sprinkles on. Just like this. Oh, come here, little sprinkle.
And a special shout out to Rutva for participating. Thank you for putting your answers in the chat or in the Q&A section. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. We can add another thing on top.
Oh, yes.
And
I know what that is.
who knows what this red pom-pom represents? On top of an ice cream sundae, what might this be?
It's gotta be the cherry. Yes, we have lots of friends answering. That is the cherry. Well done, everyone.
Perfect. Everybody knows the cherry is on top of the sundae. Outstanding. So that was fun, but there's another type of sundae that I would love to make. And we can use some items over here.
Yes.
So let's take this one apart. We'll dump it back in.
Do any of our friends know what kind of sundae we're going to make next? Put your answers in the Q&A. Rutva got it correctly. And Rose did too. Great.
Yeah. Very good.
So should we tell all of our friends what we're going to do next?
Yes, let's tell them. Do you want to or should I?
You can do the honor.
We are going to make a banana split sundae.
Yay!
All right. So I don't know if everyone out there has had a banana split sundae, but it is this magical sundae that includes fruit, bananas to be exact. So what you would do is you would take a banana and then you would have someone split the banana in half. long ways. So now you have 2 pieces of banana. And you put those in your bowl first. So you kind of create a bit of a banana shell. And then what you do, the next thing you do is you put 3 scoops of ice cream in between the bananas. So we'll go with our strawberry. Push that in. And then put it in here. I kind of rolled it a little so it would fit. And sometimes when you make a banana split sundae, you might use a bowl that's a little bit longer to fit the bananas, but you don't have to. You can use whatever you have when it comes to banana splits. And then we're going to add our pineapple, which I've never had a banana split sundae with pineapple ice cream. I usually have a banana split sundae with vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream, and then strawberry ice cream. And we'll put that one in next. So we have our strawberry, our pineapple. You can see it's coming along. We have our strawberry, our pineapple, and the next one will be our blueberry. We'll get the sprinkles out of the way for a second. I'll push our blueberry into our scoop. And we can just...
Friends, just remember, you can always use pom-poms if you don't have sensory sand or different objects, really just whatever your imagination, wherever your imagination takes you.
Exactly. So now we have the base of our banana split sundae with our strawberry, our pineapple, and our blueberry ice cream. So the next thing we usually do for banana split ice creams is to take whipped cream and go over the top of it. So I'm going to use this white pom-pom to represent the whipped cream that's been all over the top of it. And then of course we need sprinkles, or sometimes people put nuts on top of it like this. And you sprinkle it on like that. It just depends if you like nuts or if you like sprinkles, or maybe you want to put both like that. And then what's the last thing we need for a sundae? Who knows? What was the last thing we put on our sundae last time? Somewhere over here.
Cherry.
Cherry on top.
Yay.
Bingo. So here, ooh, can we do a front-facing camera view? Ta-da! Here is our, oops, banana split sundae with the cherry on top. Thank you. All right, we'll go top view again.
Meredith,
yeah.
If you could name your own ice cream shop, what would its name be?
That is a really good question. If I had my own ice cream shop, I think I would name it Meredith's Marvelous Ice Cream Shop. I think
Sounds wonderful.
That would be a really long name though. So
yes.
I might have to just name it MMMMM Ice Cream Shop. So it looks like you're saying,
Ice
How about you?
cream marvel.
Yours?
Well, somebody answered in the chat, ice cream marvel. That sounds fun. And Rutfa loves the name. I like the name too. I can already get a sense that when you walk in, it will smell delicious.
Oh yeah. Whenever I walk into a really good ice cream shop, the first thing I smell are the cones, those cake cones. They smell
Yes.
really, really good, and they already make you start thinking about dessert. So I love it when an ice cream shop smells like ice cream cones when you walk in. And usually it's a little bit chilly when you walk in an ice cream shop because they have to keep the ice cream cold. So it might have a lot of air conditioning going on in the ice cream shop. At least that's what I think. All right, what else? Let's look at our instructions again because I know it listed a lot of fun things to try. Oh, here's a game. Maybe we can play this game with our viewers. How you play is you set everything out in your bin. La, 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 like that. So you can see everything in our bin. And then we have you close your eyes, and I'm going to hide one item. And then you have to guess which item I hid. Do you want to play that, Michelle?
I do. So should I close my eyes too?
Yeah, if you want to play, sure, that would be very fun. I think that would be a very fun thing to do. All right, so I'll tell you when I'm done hiding one thing, okay? So close your eyes, and I'm gonna remove, I'm gonna hide it from everyone so you can't see. Gonna remove one thing. Okay, you can open up your eyes. All
Okay,
right.
friends, if you know the answer, put it in the Q&A.
All
Help
right.
me out here.
How many guesses should we give everybody?
Oh,
Just one guess?
I don't know, Meredith.
Ooh. Do you have a guess already, Michelle?
Uh, well, I thought it was the other banana slice, but now I see it. That one, that was tricky. So we've got some friends. We have Darlene saying a cherry.
Okay.
Ania says a pom-pom.
Okay.
And, any other guesses?
I can tell you, I took it away from this area down here. So if you remember what was down here that isn't there anymore, you'll be right.
Goodness.
Anybody
We
else?
have Addison saying a pom-pom and Ariana said a cherry. Maybe it was a cherry red pom-pom.
If you guessed that, you are correct.
Yay! Well done, everyone.
That is called the memory game. So what we're trying to do with that game is allow you to look at everything in the bin and try and remember where it's placed. So then when you open your eyes, you can remember what was removed. Should we try again or move on
Yes.
to another game?
No, this is fun. Let's do it one more time.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna block the camera so you can't see what I'm taking out. All right, hold on. And okay. What did I remove?
Okay. Help me out here, friends. Put your answer in the Q&A.
This is game time music.
Oh, very good. Gaurav and Darlene both said a cone, a blue cone.
Okay.
Pom-pom. Somebody else guessed a blue cone. She did have two cones in there, right? Was it blue or was it pink?
What do you guys
Well,
think?
my friends are saying it was a blue cone.
Ta-da!
So I'm gonna, yep, very good, Rose and Addison. Oh my goodness. You guys are
That's
so
what
good.
it was a blue cone. Good remembering, everybody. Okay, one more time. Okay, remember what you see.
Hey, I'm
Actually,
ready.
I'm going to do a flipperoo. And now, remember what you see. Okay, on your mark, get set. I'm hiding, and then I will take something out. Okay. What's missing? What did I take out?
Okay, friends, you really need to help me out here. Oh,
I think
Rutva says a banana. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Darlene says a banana. It's got to be a banana slice. Oh, goodness.
Irene is a good guesser. Who else?
Ariana guessed a banana.
Ooh.
We've got a lot of friends responding. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing.
We have some smart
So
cookies out
good.
there. Ooh, speaking of cookies, I think I would like to make a cookie sundae next. Or maybe I can make cookie dough ice cream. That would be so good. Okay.
Oh, how would you do that?
Ta-da! It was a banana. Yep. Good remembering, friends. Good remembering. That is a very fun game. I like it a lot. We should play that every time we do a sensory bin, we should play that game because that is fun. Okay. So what else here? Well, I kind of mentioned making cookie dough ice cream because that's one of my favorite types of ice cream. So what I would do to make cookie dough ice cream is pretend that my yellow ice cream here is actually vanilla. And I'm just kind of preparing my scooping area. And I would take a scoop of vanilla and put it in a bowl. And maybe just a little bit more. So if I have a friend nearby, I could share with them and put another scoop in there. And then I would pretend that these little beads are actually, that just jumped right in, are actually pieces of cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough to be exact. And I would put enough pieces of chocolate chip cookie dough into my vanilla ice cream. Da, 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 da. So every scoop that I would take, I would have at least one chunk of chocolate chip cookie dough in my ice cream. So then, and this is if I worked at an ice cream shop, I would use the blender machine and I would blend it all up together like that. And this would be my chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. And then what I would do is if I did work at an ice cream shop, then I would take an ice cream cone and I would scoop some ice cream into it like that, and like that, and like that, because you want to fill up the bottom of the ice cream cone. Otherwise, it doesn't get full all the way. And you can use the back of your scoop to push the ice cream into your cone. And then I would like a very nice looking scoop of my chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream to put on top. So I'll scoop it out like this and push it into my scoop like that. Delicious already. And then I would go like this Ta-da! It is so cute. Look at that.
Oh, that looks so amazing. Wow.
Okay, can we do a front view? Mm, yum, yum. That's delicious. It tastes just like chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Mm.
Hey, Meredith, we have a suggestion. What could we do if we wanted pistachio ice cream?
Ooh,
Do you think?
pistachio ice cream. I know what pistachio ice cream looks like. Okay,
Okay.
pistachio ice cream, and you might know this already, Michelle, is, I think it's green, right?
It is, but we don't have green.
Mm. We need to mix some more ice cream up together then. Okay, so who out there knows what two colors you mix together to create the color green? Does anyone out there know what two colors you can mix together to create the color green?
Oh, we have some answers, blue and yellow.
All right, perfect. And that's correct. So what we're gonna do, just like what we did when we were making our very special flavor of chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, we're gonna use our bowl as our mixing bowl. So we're not gonna mix all of it together. We're just gonna take a couple, scoops of each color. So I'll take a scoop of yellow and a scoop of blue and put it together. And then we'll use our mixing spoon and mixy, mixy, mixy. Ah, this looks like it would be more fun if I used my fingers to mix it. So I'm going to dump it out into my hand and mix it with my fingers. But you can see so far, there are areas that are already turning a little bit green. So let's put it in my hand and kind of mix it in my hand like this. Ooh, has anyone out there ever heard of Superman ice cream?
Ooh, I love that one. I haven't had that in years.
Yeah, me too. Does anyone else out there know what Michelle and I are talking about when we say Superman ice cream?
Some of our friends have heard of Superman and Superman ice cream.
Superman ice cream looks similar to this, like how our yellow and our blue are kind of marbled together, but then you would also take some of that pink and marble it in as well. But right now we're working on pistachio. So we're just mixing it together. So it's not marbled, it's beyond marbled. It's actually mixed and blended together to create green. So maybe after this, we can do
Priscilla loves Superman ice cream.
after
Good
this, maybe we
choice.
can make some. All right. How's it looking from your angle, Michelle? Does it look green to you?
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
So cool.
that's pistachio ice cream. And that'll look really pretty next to the pink. So I'm gonna put a scoop of strawberry and another scoop of strawberry and another scoop of strawberry. And then I'm gonna take our pistachio ice cream and put it in our scoop so it gets that awesome shape of that rounded scoop. And then I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna just scoop it directly onto our cone. Ready? 1, 2, 3, scoop. Ta-da! It worked. Yeah. Okay, can we do a front view, please? Pistachio. Okay, we can go back to the overhead view.
So what would happen if we had pistachio and maybe another scoop on top?
Ooh.
And then for our last one, should we try an orange sherbet?
Ooh.
Ooh, I know.
Orange sherbet. Okay, who out there knows what colors we should mix to create orange? What two colors can you mix together to create the color orange? Like this, orange. Does anyone have a thought on that, Michelle?
I don't have any comments. Oh, I have some people saying pink and blue. I have another friend saying pink and yellow. Maybe that's right.
Well, let's try it. I mean, we tried the blue and the yellow, so we'll try the yellow. Boop. And the pink. Out of the way, pom-poms. We need some strawberry. There we go. All right. And I'll start off again with mixing it with my spoon. Very dainty like this. Mixy, mixy. Oh, look at that. It's looking beautiful and very delicious. Mmm. Pineapple and strawberry mixing together. Okay, time to put it in my hands and mix it. Dumperoo. Mmm. Oop, I got a little sprinkle in there. Okay, so this sand is really fun to mix in your hands because it molds so well. So it takes on the shape of your fingers and your hands while you're mixing it. And that's really fun to feel. And it's a little crumbly, but for the most part, it all sticks together really well. So I'm just...
Meredith, we do have a question. What should a friend do if they don't have pink and yellow?
Ooh, if they don't have pink and yellow, they could, well, it depends on what colors you do have. Do you have red? Because if you mix yellow with a little bit of red, you would also get the color orange. Or let's see, what else?
Ooh, that is turning orange. So cool.
Here we go. That's really pretty together. Yay! Orange sherbet. Oh my goodness. There used to be these orange sherbet pops, like a popsicle. And you would like push the popsicle up through this tube. And that was an orange sherbet pop, like a popsicle that we used to have when we would get ice cream from the ice cream truck. And that was fun. All right, so here's our orange sherbet. Ta-da! Yay, yummy. All right, so we can put our orange sherbet on top of our pistachio. Ooh, cool. And actually now we could probably take both of them and make a little bit of Superman ice cream. Should we do that?
Yes.
I think so too. Woo! Oh, that was fun. It took on the shape of the ice cream cone. Okay, so we'll put some orange in here. Oopsies. We'll put the rest over here and that. And then we'll put some green in here. Ooh, cool. We'll put the rest in there. And then we'll put some blue. Come here, blue. We're going inside. And then we'll put some yellow. Ooh, and then some pink. And we're going to mix it all together in my hand and see if it looks like Superman ice cream to you. Oh my goodness. I think it already is looking like Superman ice cream. What do you think? Does
That
that
is
look like
so
Superman ice
fun.
cream?
Wow.
It's
I
like a
love the pink in there.
rainbow. I love it. I want this to be my top scoop because it's so pretty. So we'll put it in here and we'll mold it. Oh, look at how neat that looks. Is it making you hungry for ice cream? Me too.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then we'll put it right on top. Ooh, this is the best one yet. This is so cool. Okay, we need a front shot. Mmm, Look at how cool that looks. Superman ice cream.
That's so cool. I think I need to take a picture of that. Wow. Wow.
You
I'm
can
going to
take.
recreate that.
Yeah, that's so fun. All right, what else can we do in here? What else does it say? It says what happens when you mix some colors. We already did that. We made up a story. Oh, we did make up ice cream flavors. Yep. What else? What sounds do you hear at an ice cream shop? What smells do you smell at an ice cream shop? One other thing to try is to close your eyes and grab an item from the bin and see if you can identify which item it is using your sense of touch. So I think I'd be really good at that because I've been playing with the bin with all of our sensory sand and our sprinkles and our pom-poms. I really like that you thought our pom-poms looked like marshmallow.
So Meredith, we have time for one last game. So friends, let's play along with Meredith and we'll see if she can guess which item she picked up.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm going to mix it all up. I have my eyes closed. I don't want to spill over my ice cream of my Superman ice cream cone, so I'll leave that side be, but okay. Should I pick something up now?
Yes.
Okay. I got something. My eyes are closed still.
Okay. What do you think it
Keep them
is?
closed. All of you guys see what I have in my hand, right? Yeah. Okay.
We do.
So I know it's really lightweight and it's round and fluffy like a bunny tail. So I'm sure it's a pom-pom. And it feels like it's bigger than the red pom-pom because the red pom-pom was smaller than all the other ones, and that's why we used it like a cherry. So now I just have to guess what color pom-pom this is. So can someone out there give me a hint as to what color the pom-pom might be? Like if you could say it's the same color as grass, or it begins with the letter R, or if it were a flavor of
How,
ice cream, it would be this flavor.
how about it is the color of the sky, and it starts with a letter B.
Ooh. Well, I know the sky is blue. Yay!
Great job.
Oh, that was so fun. I liked having my eyes closed for that long. That was fun and relaxing. For a second, I thought you were going to try and trick me and say it's up in the sky, and maybe it could have been a cloud, and then it would have been the white one. But it was the color of the sky, and it begins with the letter B, and so does the word blue. So that was a fun game. Good clue, Michelle. Thank you. All right. So let's, like as we started, let's go ahead and write one more thing in our ice cream bin before it's time to say goodbye.
Ooh,
So,
can I make a suggestion?
yeah.
Can you do a heart?
Oh, I can definitely do a heart. So let's move some of these out of the way. In you go, pom-poms. Hop in. And we'll put you guys over there. And we'll do that there. And we'll put that there. And I'm saving this over here because I love the look of that. But here we go. We'll do, oh, drawing in this is so fun. Do a giant heart. Because we all love ice cream and we all love playing in our sensory bin. And we all love our friends at Michael's. And we all love being online here and watching us play with the sensory sand. And then I'm going to do this. Ta-da! Maybe that. Ta-da! And then maybe some sprinkles inside of our heart. That is very much fun. All right. Great suggestion. And thank you all for participating and for following along and watching as we got to play with our sensory bin ice cream shop.
And next week, we will be doing a hydro dip rock. So instead of painting rocks, we're going to use a new technique called hydro dip. So we look forward to seeing you at our next Michael's class.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.